Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to see that I have 10 subscribers out of the blue. Thank you all for being here. I am excited to share an update on my journey. I'm going to just kind of give you an idea of where I am and how things have been for me so far. So, gosh, I've learned so much. I have learned so much, and I think that I'm ready to post my first reel. Now, I have everything set up to begin posting tomorrow. And I just think that if I could talk about like anything that would be possibly holding me back, if I didn't post tomorrow, what would it be? It would be an excuse for one. It would be nervousness for two. It would be like not having everything completely set up, such as my email funnel, right? So I want to have my email funnel completely set up, which I have it laid out. I just don't have it all the way set up. But what I'm going to do tomorrow is actually start posting. I think what I was avoiding was always in my mind, like, okay, well, what if you have like 300 people commenting, send me the freebie or whatever. So that makes me nervous, right? Like thinking about being overly successful too soon, and I'm not ready to have my phone. I don't have like a set time to reply to comments just yet, but actually I did create a schedule, not even a sample schedule, but a schedule of what I want my typical day to look like once I get going pretty much full time in my business. So I do have some time to respond to comments and to reply. I have to just give myself some grace. I have to understand that this is going to be a long-term journey. And if I never get started, then I can never make the adjustments that I need. I have to trust myself that I'm going to be okay. I am going to post my first post tomorrow on my Instagram and on my Facebook. I feel great. I have just learned so much. I actually took the UBC Ultimate Branding course. This particular video is not a pitch for the UBC course or the DWA course because I took that one as well. I'm going to make separate videos doing like a complete review on each of the courses and what value I feel like they bring. I did decide to purchase both of the courses because what I was doing was I was going through people's Instagram feed and I was able to tell, I started to begin to tell who had not purchased the UBC course, who just had the DWA course. So I would be able to predict like, oh, this person has both. This person only has one. This person, and it would be based on like if their branding is aligned, if, just different things I would be able to see that either they implemented or didn't implement according to the courses. When I first decided that I wanted to make money online, I purchased a $7 Legendary Marketer course. I do want to go ahead and give, I guess maybe an overall basic review on that, just quickly. Everything was fine. We got to the point, overall, I learned that with digital marketing, you need a funnel. That course taught me that you need a funnel. You need to create a freebie, a lead magnet to get people's email addresses, and then you can continue marketing to them through email. So that kind of blew my mind because I have so many inventions, so many inventions that I've created, but when it comes to the marketing part, I physically created the product, but then when it comes to the marketing part, I just get stuck and pretty much abandon it because to hire marketers to do that is out of my budget for now, let's say that. And then I just wanted to learn for myself. So I wanted to learn skills, high income skills that I could take and use for any business. And that's So that's what led me to the Legendary Marketer course. Like, okay, learning affiliate marketing, learning digital marketing. But then it got to like day 4, day 5, day 6, where they start to pitch the $2,500 blueprints. Now, I'm not opposed to that. I am not opposed to that. I had actually put in my calendar where I had planned to pay for the $2,500 blueprints. What the blueprints do is it take you from like affiliate marketing to a step further to digital product creation, to a step further to coaching, where you're able to coach other people on how to do it for themselves, to like masterminding and all of that type of thing. Now, eventually my goal is to be a motivational speaker, be an inspirational speaker, be on stage in front of thousands of people, encouraging them to level up to the next phase of their life. So I did see myself within that plan. As I had that plan, like, okay, mapping out my budget and my funds, and like, okay, this is the day that I'll be able to purchase a course. In the meantime, I came across the UBC course and the DWA course. And then I looked at that and I'm like, oh, well, like, this is interesting, right? I had never heard of master resale rights. I had never heard of private label rights or anything like that. Like, I mean, I probably heard the terms and just didn't really know what it really was. People just out here doing stuff, right? In that mind frame. But what attracted me to it was that I was seeing that people were not only learning the high value skill of digital marketing, but they were then able to implement that into their brand and into their page. And I was able to see how before the course, you know, somebody's page looked like this, and then after the course you could see the change. I was able to witness that for my own self, not someone saying, oh yeah, this course did this for me. I was able to see how they implemented the skills that they learned. And then you can turn around and resell the course to someone else and make a full profit. So that was one portion that kind of led me more to that side. In addition to, I could purchase both courses for under $1,000 and still have $1,500 left over, like versus like purchasing the $2,500 blueprints, right? And I know I'm not ready just yet for coaching and masterminds and all that, but I know that that's eventually where I want to go. Right now, I'm just, finding my voice and testing the waters and getting myself out there with making money online. Now, so that's that. I do think the $7 legendary course gives you some value, but it's only going to be minimal, and you'll have to upgrade to the $2,500 blueprints to really get the full knowledge of what you want. Now, when I did purchase UBC and DWA, I felt like they gave me everything that I needed. I felt like it gave me everything I needed. If I had to pick one, I would pick UBC. But DWA definitely gave me like a foundation that I needed. Of course, little nitpicks of things I still had to go out and research and find on my own. Like my marketing funnel creation system, I got that from, I think his name is Jonathan Matoya. I'm not exactly sure his name. I'm trying to learn these YouTubers' names and trying to like keep things all organized, but like their names at this point in my journey, their names aren't that important to me. I think once we start developing maybe personal relationships, it will be more important to me to be like, hey, this is Jonathan, go to his page, da 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 da. But right now I'm just trying to like pick and pull from my world of resources to make things make sense for me. So I think that I got the foundation of everything that I needed. Ironically, I feel like I tapped into like the next level. And what do I mean by that? Okay, so a light bulb went off in my head, right? And this is now how I see marketing. And this has made things so much easier for me. And I was explaining it to my children because I feel like my children want to be in the world of making money online. But there's this ego, right? There's this ego that stops you. Like, I don't want people to see me selling something or whatever, and I don't want to bother people, and I don't want to, all these different things. And I was going to say I'm not a salesman, but I'm actually the best salesman. Let's say that, okay? Because you gotta like protect how you talk to yourself. So here's the thing. I finally figured out marketing, right? So as I am studying to figure out like who my target audience is, I'm finding out that like you need to be talking to one specific person. And you don't necessarily get this like in the UBC or the DWA courses. This is more, like I said, if you're in this, it's not one thing that's going to fix it all. You get the bulk of your knowledge from a course or a resource, and then you go a step further and you do your own, like whatever you're missing, you just kind of pull from different people. So basically, in a nutshell, marketing is, they say you should, with your target audience, you should be like, talking to one specific person, solving one specific problem with one specific thing. And I'm like, okay, so for me, I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for 16, 17 years. I work in the ICU. I'm burned out, exhausted, tired of working overtime, tired of working 2 jobs, tired of traveling, tired of doing all of these different things. And I want to make money online. I want to have the freedom to, my time freedom. I want to have my financial freedom. I want to be able to come and go as I please, to be on vacation, to be able to just kind of log into my phone, computer, or whatever, and respond here or there or fix something real quick and go on about my day, right? I want my money to be passive. I want to make money in my sleep. I want to, just not worry about money. I don't want to have the concern of money. I don't want to trade dollars for hours anymore. I don't want to do any of that. A lot of the times they say that your target audience is the you who you were before you found this product, right? Before you created this product, before you found this solution to whatever your problem was. So for me, I'm like, okay, I didn't want to like hone in on, I'm only talking to nurses, I'm only talking to professionals, I'm only talking to, because I felt like I was leaving a lot of money on the table with everyone else. Now, granted, it doesn't, for me, my target, it doesn't have to only be nurses. It can be any professional that's working long hours, that's overworked, that's, tired of working 2 jobs, that's tired of traveling to make good money, that wants to, put in the work to change their career to begin making money online. But I didn't know like how to narrow it down and target it. So the light bulb for me went off, right? And it became, I get it now. I get it. You're basically, your people, when they say be authentic and you're going to find your people, basically your people are the former you. That tired, exhausted mom, dad, worker, whatever it was, the former you. Even if you're selling pet products, the person who was annoyed that there wasn't a leash long enough and created a long leash, the person who was annoyed, the old you, that's your people. So those old yous that are walking around having these problems, once you are authentic with your message, and you come and you just deliver the solution to the problem that they're having that you used to have. Once you come with that, they are going to resonate with you. They are going to find you. Now, granted, there is strategy in play. You need to have some SEO involved, the right hashtags, and different, you want to test out your timing. But just being authentic with your message, just learning how to talk to people, how to capture their attention with hooks and captions and call to actions and all these different things, that's strategy involved. But bigger than that is just the confidence to be yourself so that the old yous can come to you, right? So then when I started thinking like, okay, so it's like in marketing, we're sent out to go find all of the old us's who are having the problem that we used to have. And then now you can upgrade their lives by giving them this solution, and so that we all elevate together. Like, I kind of get it. Like, it takes the pressure off of, oh, do you want to buy my pen? No, it's like, I used to have a problem of not having a pen that worked well, and it always smeared across the page, and I'm left-handed, so it was always this certain thing or whatever. But now, to all my lefties whose pens always smear, I created this blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Getting very specific on what it is that who you are talking to. And it's just like you find your people, right? You find your people that resonate with you. People are going to buy, for example, they always talk about the bread aisle. People are going to buy from everybody. Let's just say that. If you've seen the bread aisle, all of those breads that are up on the shelves, they're there because they keep getting sales. Because there's somebody who goes there and they see all the wheat breads and they're like, I like this particular wheat bread because the packaging is nice and it speaks to me. The bread is soft and fresh and tastes good. It toasts well and all of these different things. And I tried that one, but it doesn't quite right, So people are going to come to you. You could be standing on stage next to 10 people and you all are selling the exact same thing. What's going to make you stand out and what's going to make you different is being your authentic self and coming across with your brand messaging as just you. You know what I mean? As like the problems that you were experiencing, you in particular, right? So the first person down the line might say, hey, I didn't make enough to pay my bills. And that might be most of the people, but by the time it gets down to you, if you add in, hey, I had student loan debt, I had a kid that was in college that I was paying for his tuition out of pocket, I had a second job, I had my relationship was suffering, all these different things. Like, it was so much piled on that I needed to make something happen, right? There are people who may go with the first person who just say, hey, I didn't have enough money. But then there are definitely some people who are going to resonate with you because you got so in depth and detailed and it related to all of the different aspects of them. And even if it related to one, even if they have enough money for everything else, but they just didn't have enough money for their kid in college, and they heard you say that and it just struck a nerve. You know what I mean? So you have to be like, what I'm finding out on my journey is that you really have to be true and authentic to your story, and that your people are going to find you, right? So then it makes it easier. It makes it easier to like put yourself out there because you know that, hey, I'm out here as a leader for my people to help them solve this particular problem. Like for me, I would say I'm out here to help those professionals who are tired, who are sick and tired of working extra. Yeah, you have some success in your job. You've made it to, this level, that level, whatever, but that's not what you want. You don't want to be on somebody else's time frame. You don't want to be, requesting vacation days off. You know that you deserve more. You've put your time in at the job, or you just couldn't figure out in life what you have been called for. You want to start making money online. You don't know where to start. And it can be overwhelming, right? So my goal here is for you guys to follow my journey and join along with me. I have been, oh my God, I did network marketing. First of all, let me just say this, a little backstory. My father was an entrepreneur, okay? He has seen the money come and go. Let's just say it like that, not to tell everybody's business. Seen the money come and go. But by him being an entrepreneur, it instilled in me from young, little girl, before I even went to college, right? It instilled in me that I never really wanted to work a job per se. I always wanted to be in control of my own finances, in control of my own destiny, in control of my own schedule. And I actually just went to nursing school. Nursing wasn't my first degree. I have a chemistry degree, a bachelor's of science in chemistry because I was thinking about going to a medical school, right? I got pregnant the last year of my university life. But prior to that, 2 years before that, sophomore year, I had decided that I didn't want to go to medical school because I felt like it was going to be a long time, right? Even though now, I'm glad I didn't go because a lot of doctors are not happy with their careers. But even though now, when I look back, it's like the time is going to pass anyway. So if you were going to go, just go. And if you want to do something, just do it. Because you're like, oh, it takes 5 years. 5 years are going to pass anyway. Either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. But the time is going to pass anyway. So because it was a long time, that was not a good reason. But I was young and I didn't, I wanted to get out of school and live life. So I got this chemistry degree and I worked at a DNA forensic lab, and I was there for 3 weeks before I got fired. Like, just saying, like, me? Fire me? She gonna say that, we'll talk about that later. Tell me in the comments if you want to hear the story about how I got fired from the DNA forensic lab. Other than that, moving on. Okay. So that didn't work out. So I'm like, what can I do with all of my sciences? What can I do with all of my sciences where I don't have to start from scratch all over to, have a career? And that's when nursing presented itself. It's like, oh, there's all these prereqs, but you already took them because you had the sciences and you could just go straight into nursing school. So that's what I did. My mother was a nurse. She was like, don't do it. I have aunts, uncles, a lot of nurses and medical staff in my family. But I will say, nursing was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. My mom was like, don't do it because you get burnt out easily. But it allowed me all that time to take care of my family. Like, my children are now 18 and 22, right? So all that time I was able to provide for them without a financial worry. Never had a financial worry in nursing. And you can have a job anywhere. So I recommend it for those who want to do it. That's great. That's wonderful. I was only set in my mind to do it for a few years just because I was like, okay, well, I'm going to move on to get my master's, my doctorate, and then move on. But then I got into nursing, was making pretty good money, got comfortable, got settled. I always knew it was something that I didn't want to do forever, but I got comfortable, right? Became complacent. Life happened, raised the kids, and da-da-da-da-da-da. There was a lot of times, I did go through a depression period in nursing because I was working nights. I was sleeping all day, working all night, sleeping all day, working. And I just, the straw that broke the camel's back was one weekend. I promised the kids that we would do all these things, and I just slept the whole weekend. And I realized things had to change. So I actually switched to the day shift, doing a totally different job in nursing. And that's one good thing about nursing too. You can do there's so many different avenues of nursing that you can do. So you're not stuck and locked, right? So I switched and I kind of started a vow to myself that I'm only going to do things that I love. I no longer want to be depressed. I no longer want to be, at the whim of somebody else. I only want to do things that I love. So this was like years ago, so I only had nursing jobs that I loved up until now. So now I'm at a point where I'm just exhausted with the entire thing. And I have the freedom, literally meaning like the freedom to take a chance into a new career, a new environment. I don't have little kids that are like pulling on me that I need to spend all this time with. My children are out of the house. So I get to literally focus on me and what I want to do next. And so I really just am excited about this digital marketing opportunity. I've learned so much and I'm excited to share with you guys what I've learned. I am going to be posting my first 3 posts tomorrow. I'm not even going to say the date of when tomorrow is because it depends on when you're watching this, but tomorrow. It'll probably be the same day that I'm actually posting this, and I'm gonna drop a clip in here of my first 3 videos just because I'm so excited. so proud of them. You know, like I'm like, I'm doing stuff. But my fear is an overwhelming response, and everybody saying, oh, me, I want to sign up, and then I have to physically go in and DM all these people like my freebie and all that stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and watch the MiniChat module in UBC, and I'm gonna set up MiniChats because I need to get over this fear, right? So part of me don't really want to set up MiniChats because I feel like I want to be conversational. I want to bond and engage and get to know my audience. And with MiniChats, it's just a robot responding, right? But what I need to do, I need to set up MiniChats so that I can get rid of that fear of being overwhelmed if everyone is responding. Because right now I'm not on social media. I had to take a social media detox in order to even move forward with whatever else, because it's very addictive. It's very toxic. It's very addictive. If your feed is not curated to only things that inspire you, only things that push you, motivate you, and encourage you to be a better person, you have all the blog mess on your feed, you know, it's just a lot of negativity and a lot of toxicity. So I definitely took a detox. I went through and I am still going through a healing journey. And I think that's very important for like a lot of people when they want to start a digital product journey, because you have to tap into the next level of yourself. You really truly do. Somebody who's confident enough to put themselves out there, somebody who's confident enough to say, hey, I'll be a leader of my people in this particular area. I want to give value to my people in this area. I want to show them you know, that it can be done from scratch, from somebody who was totally in a different industry, didn't know anything about making money online, barely posting on social media, just starting YouTube, just starting all these things, but someone who is actually committed, someone who's determined, persistent, someone who is exhausted and ready for change, right? So following my journey is definitely going to help you. So far, just to kind of give you an overview, I have set up my Beacon store. I've completed my IG bio. I have my email funnel mapped out based on, so basically with your email funnel, you should have your target market and you pain point them from A to Z. And I actually just need to do separate videos on all of this, but just in general, I have about 2 months of content batched, already planned out. I do need to still like add the captions, add the actual videos, and add the reels, like add the hooks, but I do have 2 months of content planned out. And I think I had tapped into a zone of flow state. My initial goal was to sit down and plan out maybe 30 pieces of content, my first 30 reels, which will be just like 10 days, because I plan on posting on IG 3 times a day, every day, right? They say in order to like grow your audience and get traction, just post 3 times a day, every day. So I had planned on doing that. As I sat down and I started to incorporate ChatGPT, and I'll have a video on how to use ChatGPT to help you. And when I say that, I do not want y'all to think, oh, you're just using this robot to come up with everything. No, absolutely not. It is an amazing way to put your ideas into it and let it spit out how you should implement those ideas, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, I have everything that I need, to be honest with you. I think the thing that was postponing my launch was the fact that I'm going to have to incorporate responding to everybody's DM or responding to everybody's comment and message and engaging. But what I will do is set up MiniChat to get rid of that, right? Because I still need to like post my stories and figure out what I want to put on my stories. I need to put my highlights up, but I just don't want anything else. And I still need to complete my email funnel, but I don't want anything else to hold me back. I feel like these first 3 months of posting are just to really grow my audience anyway, right? So there's no sense in waiting for 3 months while I get my funnel perfect, while I get my highlights going, while I get my stories posted. There's no sense in waiting. In my mind, it's like 300 people are going to reply to my first post. But, I mean, you might get 3 views, 2 views, 0 views, nothing. Who cares? It's not about that, right? So I understand that it's not about that. But then there's like a subconscious fear that so many people are going to reply that I'm not going to be able to get to them all. And then I'm going to be stuck, right? So I'm just like, just do MiniChat. Just do MiniChat. MiniChat will take care of whoever needs whatever. I can always come in and implement my personal voice and brand into it once that's all taken care of. But I like what I'm doing so far. I use CapCut and VLLO. I don't know that I found like my perfect combination. I know one of the girls says she uses Temply, and it's like $40 a year, which is not bad at all. But I wanted to see if there were any free resources that I would be able to use before adding finances. Or I hope it's not $40 a month, but she said it was $40. So before I start adding resources or anything financial monthly, I like to keep my bills as low as possible. But yeah, so this video was a little bit all over the place, but I kind of just wanted to give you guys an update, just let you know. So I have some future videos coming out. I plan to show you how to set up your store, how to get your IG bio all set up, the important parts of like an email funnel, just kind of step by step. This is my journey. I want to teach it all to you, but I want to know it for myself. I need to implement it. That's one of the things, like when people think about UBC, the Ultimate Branding Course, or DWA, and they're thinking, oh, it's just a course to sell a course, but it's not. It's a digital marketing course that teaches you how to digital market. And then the benefit, an added bonus, is that it's already a packaged course for you to be able to sell, right? So with Legendary Marketer doing the $2,500 blueprints, I would have learned how to, create my own products, which you learn how to create your own products in these courses as well. But I wouldn't have had anything to get me started, right? So I believe in UBC. I believe in DWA. I actually think that they're great courses. They are similar, but they do have their differences. DWA, I believe, is a rebranded version of the roadmap with some added modules in there. And then UBC is a completely different course. So each of the products that I sell in my store, I am going to do a thorough video on, and I'm going to go through and record what's in it, what it comes with, as well as the transformation that is expected to be received at the end of it, right? And this is all a part of like me learning like how to actually sell a product, right? So just me learning like, okay, you can put something out there in the store, but you really need to focus on what transformation is the customer going to receive if they purchase this product, right? So we always want to put something out that's valuable. We don't want to just throw things out there or sell garbage to people. Can't tell you how to run your business, but for me and my people, I want to give y'all the best of me. Most of these products I have just went ahead and rebranded. I think eventually I'm gonna go back in and not really redo a lot of it, because I learned a lot from each and everything that I do sell in my store. But I'm learning, so I can implement my input into it now. I did purchase some reels, some aesthetic reels from Etsy, and those are master resale rights as well. So I think eventually, once I kind of get my flow with everything, I think eventually I will put those in my store. I purchased maybe 1,200 or something. I don't know that I'll put them all in my store, or maybe I will, but have them in my store, because I want my store to kind of be a one-stop shop for everything that you need to actually get your business started online. You know, you have the UBC course, and then you have other little courses around that, other little ebooks and courses around that, that would specialize in like faceless reels, faceless strategies, like Instagram secrets, that's Instagram growth, and just other different little things that will help you on your journey. So I am looking forward to just bonding with you all. I'm looking forward to recording my journey and having you all watch and come along, and hopefully we can all replace our income, because that's the goal, right? Our goal is to replace our income with passive income, not for me to trade one hustle for another. I know in the beginning it's a lot of work getting things set up, like getting your email funnel set up, your store, all of your systems in place basically, but once everything's in place, then it just flows. And that's the point. That's my whole point. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I am excited to be here. This is great. This is new for me. This is a wonderful journey. Drop any questions you have below, and I will do my best to respond to everyone's questions and comments. And see you guys next time. Bye.